Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are well and doing great. So today I'm back with another video to continue our UCAT test preparation. So as you guys know, we have completed our three sections of quantitative reasoning, and this one is the fourth section of quantitative reasoning. And if you are new to this channel, you can watch our last videos, which was on tour tutorial, question bank tutorial, practice test questions for verbal reasoning, decision making, and this other section of quantitative reasoning. So without any further delay, let's start our video with question number 23, which says the graph below shows average change in the price of gas and electricity each year over 5 years. So here we have this graph. You can see graph chart gas of electricity. So the question is that at the beginning of year 1, an annual gas bill was $320, assuming gas usage remains the same. Approximately, what is the bill likely to be at the end of year 2? Option A, $323.14. Option B, $323.20. Option D, C, $326.40. Option D, $329.60. Option E, can't tell. So the correct response is option A, that is 320 multiplied by 0.02 equals 6.40. 320 plus 6.40 equals 326.40, and then you can multiply it by 0.01, which equals to 3.264, and then when you subtract this with 3.26, you will get 323.14. That's how you're gonna calculate all these values, and you will get a correct option is option A. Next question, having the same information given in the chart, and the question is, in which year did the cost of an average combined gas and electricity bill increase the most? Option A, year 1. Option B, year 2. Option C, year 3. Option D, year 4. And option E, can't tell. So option E is the correct response, as the actual values of average gas and electricity bills are unknown. That's why we have correct responses option E, which is can't tell. The next question we have is question number 25. There a table is given about planet and their temperatures. As you can see here, then we have some information that the table shows the temperature in degrees centigrades on the surface of each of 6 planets. The temperature on Venus is halfway between the temperature on Earth and the temperature on Mercury. So what is the temperature on Mercury? Option A, 230 degrees centigrade. Option B, 240 degrees centigrade. Option C, 250 degrees centigrade. Option D, 460 degrees centigrade. Option E, 940 degree centigrade. So here we have these options. Let's see which one is the correct option. Correct response we have option A, that is 480 plus 480 minus 20 equals 940. So that's how we have a correct response is option E, which is 940 degree centigrade. Next question we have with the same information. The question is the rule for changing a temperature in degrees Celsius, degree centigrade to a temperature in degrees Fahrenheit is temperature in degree Fahrenheit is equals to temperature in degree centigrade multiplied by 1.8, then add 32. How much higher is the temperature in Fahrenheit degree on Earth? How much higher is the temperature in Fahrenheit degree on Earth than the temperature in Fahrenheit degree on Mars? Option A, 68 degree Fahrenheit. Option B, 72 degree Fahrenheit. Option C, 104 degree Fahrenheit. Option D, 144 degree Fahrenheit. Option E, 176 degree Fahrenheit. So the correct response is option D, that is Earth 20 multiplied by 1.8 plus 32 equals 68. Mars minus 60 multiplied by 1.8 plus 32 equals minus 76. So minus 76 minus 68 equals minus 144. So the correct option is option D, that is 144 degree Fahrenheit. Next question we have with the same information, that what is the correct rule for changing a temperature in Fahrenheit degree to a temperature in degree Celsius. Option A, temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit multiplied by 1.8, then add 32. Option B, temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit divided by 1.8, then add 32. Option C, temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit multiplied by 1.8, then subtract 32. Option D, temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit plus 32, then multiply by 1.8. Option E, temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit minus 32, then divide by 1.8. So here we have these options. So let's see which one is the correct one. So option E is the correct option because the operators and the numbers are in correct order. Option A is incorrect because f must be divided by 1.8, not multiplied. 32 must be subtracted, not added. Option B is incorrect because 32 must be subtracted, not added. Option C is incorrect because f must be divided by 1.8, not multiplied. Option D is incorrect because 32 must be subtracted, not added. So that's how we can say the correct option we have is option E, that is temperature in centigrade equals temperature in Fahrenheit minus 32, then divide by 1.8. Next is question number 28, which having the same information given in the table, and then we have a question is, when the numerical value of the temperature in Fahrenheit is the same as the numerical value of the temperature in centigrade, so what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? Option A, minus 100 degree Fahrenheit. Option B, minus 60 degree Fahrenheit. Option C, minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. Option D, 0 degree Fahrenheit. And option E, 40 degree Fahrenheit. So the correct response we have is option C, that if x is the numerical value that equals C and F, then it can be put into the equation to solve x. X equals to 1.8 x plus 32, which is 0.8x equals 32, x equals 40. So 40 multiplied by 1.8 plus 32 equals minus 40. That's how we have a correct option is option C, which is minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. This is the temperature in Fahrenheit. Next we have the winner of a council election in April resigns in July, and a new election is held in September. So there are no changes in the number of people entitled to vote between April and September. So how people voted in September, and we have this information given here as like this. By reading across the diagram, you can see the number of voters supporting a party in April and how the same people voted in September. No one had died or left the district. To learn how people who voted for a particular party in September had voted in April, read down the column the total September vote is given at the bottom of each column, including any votes gained in September from people who had not voted in April. So, what percentage of the people who voted for Party C in April voted for the party again in September? Option A 50%, option B 60%, option C 65%, option D 75%, option E 100%. So the correct response we have is option D. This is because the number of people who voted for the party in both April and September is 330. The total number of voters in April was 440. Therefore, 330 divided by 440 equals 75%. So that's why we have a correct option is option D, which is 75% is the percentage of the people who voted for party C in April voted for the party again in September. Next, again we have a same information, and then this table. The question is rounded to the nearest whole number. What percentage of all people eligible to vote acted in the same way in two elections? Option A 53%, option B 54%, option C 60%, option D 61%, option E 67%. Correct response we have is option C. This is because the total number of people who voted the same way in both elections is 270 plus 208 plus 330 plus 1000, which equals 1808. So the total number of votes over two elections is 540 plus 520 plus 440 plus 1500, which equals 3000 or 494 plus 382 plus 711 plus 1413. So 1808 divided by 3000, approximately 60%. So option C is the correct option, that is 60% is the percentage of all people eligible to vote acted in the same way in two elections. Using the same information, here you can see we have a question that calculate the difference in votes between the first and second party in September. Option A 20, option B 100, option C 112, option D 217, option E 702. So correct response is option D. This is because the party with the most votes in September got 711 votes. The party in second place got 494 votes. The winning margin was then 711 minus 494 equals 217. So here we have a correct option is option D. That 217 is the difference in votes between the first and second party in September. Next question, we have question number 32. Using the same information, we have a different question which says how many of the people who voted in April did not vote in September. Option A 413, option B 500, option C 1000, option D 1413, option E 1500. So the correct response is option A. This is because the number of people who voted in April but did not vote in September is 189 plus 156 plus 68, which is equals to 413, which is in the option A. 413 is the number of people who voted in April did not vote in September. Next we have question number 33, which says the table shows the prices to place different sized advertisements in the main section of a newspaper. So here we have these advertisement prices, size of the advertisement, then we have color, and then mono. How much more does it cost a company to place two 24 by 10 mono advertisements and one 22 by 5 mono advertisement combined than 4 8 by 10 color advertisements? Option A 56 pounds, option B 78 pounds, option C 3758 pounds, option D 5510 pounds, option E 9485 pounds. So here we have a correct response is option B. Cost of 2 mono 24 multiplied by 10 equals 2 multiplied by 7533 equals 50,066. Cost of 1 mono 22 multiplied by 5 equals 3,836. Total cost equals 18902. Cost of 4 colors 8 multiplied by 10 equals 4 multiplied by 4706 equals 18,824. So the difference is 18,902 minus 18,824, which is equals to 78. So here we have a correct option is option B, 78 pounds. Next question is that the bar graph shows the number of members in two different age groups at 2 gyms at the beginning of a year. So here we have gym memberships: 20 to 24 years, 25 to 29 years. Then we have gym 2 and gym 1. During the year, the number of members in age group 25 to 29 years in both the gyms combined increased by approximately 12%. After the increase, what was the approximate total number of members in both of the gyms for the age groups shown? Option A 37, option B 64, option C 89, option D 102, option E 106. Correct response is option E, that is 106. Number of members in the 25 to 29 age group in both the gyms combined equals to 22 plus 15 equals 37. Number of people increased during this year equals 12% of 37. So 0.12 multiplied by 37 equals 4.44, which is approximately 4. Total number of people in both the gyms: 26 plus 22 plus 39 plus 15 plus 4 equals 106. So that's how we have a correct option is option E, which is 106 as the total number of members in both of the gyms for the age groups shown. Next we have the table shows the percentage of the number of visitors to a national park in the USA during a year who saw wolves. Wolf sighting at national park, number of visitors, and then percentage who saw wolves. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then we have these values. Question is that if a total of 344 visitors saw wolves at the park during the year, approximately what percentage of visitors in winter saw wolves? Option A 15%, option B 25%, option C 40%, option D 60%, option E 88%. So the correct response we have is option C, that number of visitors who saw wolves in spring equals 0.25 multiplied by 496 equals 124. Number of visitors who saw wolves in summer equals 0.15 multiplied by 480 equals 72. So number of visitors who saw wolves in fall equals 0.2 multiplied by 300 equals 60. So the total number of visitors who saw wolves in spring, summer and fall equals 124 plus 72 plus 60 equals 256. The remaining wolves were seen by visitors in winter. This number equals 344 minus 256 equals 88. Number of visitors in winter equals 220. Percentage equals 88 by 220 multiplied by 100 equals 40%. So here we have a correct option is option C, which is 40%. 40% is the percentage of visitors in winter who saw wolves. Then we have a next question. The table shows the billions of units of apps and songs downloaded from an internet store months after the store launch. Download data months after launch, apps in billions, songs in billions. We have the data for 3 of them. Now the question is that if the numbers downloaded seen after 25 months continues to increase at an average rate, approximately how many more billions of apps than songs are likely to be downloaded 40 months after the launch? Option A 3, option B 7, option C 9, option D 10, option E 12. So correct response we have is option E. Number of apps downloaded in 25 months equals to 5.65 billion. Number of apps downloaded at 30 months equals 9.15 billion. Number of apps downloaded at 35 months equals 12.14 billion. Increase from 25 to 30 months equals 9.15 minus 5.65 equals 3.5 billion. Increase from 30 months to 35 months, which is equals to 12.14 minus 9.15 equals 2.99 billion. So the average increase is 3.5 plus 2.99 divided by 2 equals 3.245 billion. The number expected to be downloaded at 40 months equals 12.14 plus 3.245 equals 15.385. The number of songs downloaded at 25 months equals 2.85 billion. Number of songs downloaded at 30 months equals 2.94 billion. Number of songs downloaded at 35 months equals 3.01 billion. Increase from 25 to 30 months equals 2.94 minus 2.85 equals 0.09 billion. Increase from 30 months to 35 months equals 3.01 minus 2.94 equals 0.07 billion. So the average increase is 0.09 plus 0.07 divided by 2 equals 0.08 billion. The number expected to be downloaded at 40 months, which is equals to 3.01 plus 0.08, which is equals to 3.09. Difference is 15.385 minus 3.09 equals 12.295 billion. So here we have a correct option is option E, which is nearest to the 12. So 12 billions of apps then songs are likely to be downloaded at 40 months after the launch. So now here we have completed our fourth section of quantitative reasoning. As you can see, we have the fourth one. So you can review your question by this. If you reviewed, flag them. But if you don't want to review them, then you can end your review by clicking on this. So let's move towards our next section, and then we will continue its practice questions. So welcome to the UCAT practice test questions of abstract reasoning. So now we are going to start the abstract reasoning practice test questions. Use this question bank to familiarize yourself with the types of questions in this subtest. Before using this question bank, we recommend you walk through the relevant question tutorial, as it includes in-depth tips and strategies on how to approach and answer each of the different question types within this subtest. So question tutorials are available on the preparation resources section of the website. Each question bank contains a large number of questions that you may wish to attempt over several practice sessions. The navigator function at the bottom right of the screen allows you to navigate between questions and sections within the bank. Your progress through the question bank is not retained for future visits. It is therefore advisable to make a note of which questions you have attempted. As you progress through each question, you can click Explain Answer at the top left of the screen to check the correct answer and read the answer ratio. An alternative way to check your answers is to use the navigator to skip to the final question. Then click Next to proceed to the review screen. The review screen will show which questions are answered incorrectly. You may click on a question number to return directly to its location in the bank, where you can check the correct answer and rationale by clicking Explain Answer at the top of the screen. Click the next button when you are ready to begin. So as we are ready to begin, so that's why we will click next, and now this will pop up whenever you click next. They are asking that if you are ready to begin the exam, so select the yes button. Otherwise, select the no button to return to the previous screen. So as we are ready, then we will select yes, and then it will take us to the next page. Now we have abstract reasoning practice questions. This question bank contains 3 sections: section 1, section 2, and question bank section 3. The navigator function at the bottom right of the screen allows you to navigate between questions and sections within the bank. Abstract reasoning assesses your ability to identify patterns amongst abstract shapes where irrelevant and distracting material may lead to incorrect conclusions. The test measures your ability to change track, critically evaluate and generate hypotheses, and query your judgments as you go along. So you are presented with questions associated with sets of shapes. There are 4 different question types in this subtest. Most questions are shown in sets of 5 each connected to the same sets of shapes. There are some questions that stand alone. Each question has 3 or 4 answer options. You may only select one response. You may be asked to decide whether an example shape belongs to shape set A, shape set B, or neither. Or you may be asked to select the next shape in a series. You may be asked to determine which shape completes a statement. Or you may be asked to decide which shape belongs to a particular shape set. So please click the next button to proceed. Section 1, Abstract Reasoning. Instructions. You are presented with questions associated with set of shapes. There are 4 different question types in this subtest. Most questions are shown in sets of 5, each connected to the same sets of shapes. There are some questions that stand alone. Each question has 3 or 4 answer options. You may only select one response. You may be asked to decide whether an example shape belongs to shape set A, shape set B, or neither. Select the next shape in a series, or to determine which shape completes a statement. You may be asked to decide which shape belongs to a particular shape set. First, we read about the overall instructions or introduction, you can say, about the abstract reasoning. Now, this one is the instructions for the section 1 of abstract reasoning. So now click the next button to proceed to start or practice questions, or you can say the examples. So here, this section having 50 questions. So the question number 1 having this set A, as you can see here, with these shapes, and then we have set B with these shapes. You can take a look at this one. That's how. Now if we move towards our test shape, this one is the test shape. This is given to you. Now option we have option A, set A, option B, set B, option C, neither. So we have to select that this test shape is related to the which set A, set B, or neither. Okay, so here we have an explained answer. Set A is about the lower images are a mirror-like reflection of the upper images. That is, the lines of symmetry is horizontal throughout set. Set B, the images on the right are a mirror-like reflection of the images on the left. That is, the line of symmetry is vertical throughout set. So the correct response we have is B, as this one is also the left and right reflection. So we will select option B, which is the correct option. Next question we have again some shapes with set A. First we will take a look at this one, and then we have some shapes in set B. Here you can see. Now in the question form we have this test shape. Option A again set A, option B set B, option C neither. Set A, the lower images are mirror-like reflection of the upper images. That is, the line of symmetry is horizontal throughout set. Set B, the images on the right are a mirror-like reflection of the images on the left. That is, the line of symmetry in vertical throughout set. So correct option we have is C, neither a left or right reflection nor upper or lower reflection. So here we have a correct response is option C, that is neither. Next we have question number 3. Again we have some shapes in set A. Here you can see. Then we have a shapes in set B like this. You can also take a look at the test shape. Option again we have the same. So set A, the lower images are mirror-like reflection of the upper images. That is, the line of symmetry is horizontal throughout set. Set B, the images on the right are a mirror-like reflection of the images on the left. That is, the line of symmetry is vertical throughout set. So correct response is A, that is upper lower reflection, which is this. Next we have set A with these shapes. Again we can see the upper and lower reflection, as you can see here in these diagrams or shapes, and set B having the reflection of left or right reflection of shapes. Set A, the lower images are a mirror-like reflection of the upper images. That is, the line of symmetry is horizontal throughout set. Set B, the images on the right are a mirror-like reflection of the images on the left. That is, the line of symmetry is vertical throughout set. So correct response is option A, that is upper lower reflection. So here we have this test shape, which is the upper and lower reflection of shapes. So that's why we can say this is the option A is the correct option. Next we have question number 5. Set A is like this with upper and lower reflections. Set B with the left or right reflections of the shapes. Then we have a test shape and this one. Option A, set A. Option B, set B. Option C, neither. The test shape that is given, it could be, we can say that it is an upper and lower reflection also, and we can also say that it's a reflection of left or right. So let's see which one is the correct option. So as we have now the rule of set A and set B, so correct response is C. Neither a left or right reflection nor upper or lower reflection, because both are not in symmetry, as we have already read the symmetry word in these rules. So they are not symmetrical. That's why we can say that it's a option C correct option. Question number 6. having this shapes of set A. Then we have shapes in set B. A test shape looks like this. So the correct option in this, the rules are changed. For set A, there are two pairs of shapes. If the shapes are unshaded, then the pairs are in an X, or you can say multiplied. If one pair is shaded, then the pair are in a plus, or you can say addition form. Set B, there are two shapes. If the shapes are all shaded, then the pairs are in a plus form, and if one pair is shaded, then the pair are in X form. So here we have a correct response is A, two pairs of shapes all unshaded in an X. So two pairs of shapes we have, all are unshaded, so that's why we say option A is the correct option, which is set A. Next we have set A with these shapes, as you can see here. Then we have set B with these shapes, shaded and unshaded ones, and test shape is here with this two shapes, but no one is shaded. So no one is shaded. So there we have again same rules for set A and set B. So correct response we have is option C, that is two pair of shapes all unshaded in a plus form. So it's a neither, nor a set A nor set B. Next we have question number 8 with set A with these shapes, as you can see here. And then we have set B with these shapes. Test shape, two types of shape and one shape is shaded. So let's see which one is the correct option. So here is the rule, as you can wanted to read once again. Set A, that there are two pairs of shapes. If the shapes are unshaded, then the pairs are in multiplied form. If one pair is shaded, then the pairs are in plus form. Set B, there are two pairs of shapes. If the shapes are all shaded, then the pairs are in addition form. If one pair is shaded, then the pairs are in multiplied form. So in this question, correct response is B, as two pair of shapes, one is shaded in a multiplied form. So set B is the correct option. Next we have question number 9, which says sets, as you can see here. Then we have set B with these shapes, shaded and unshaded ones. Then we have a test shape, two shapes, one is shaded in an addition form. So the correct option we have with the same rules, option A, two pair of shapes, one pair shaded in an addition form. So it means it is from the set A. So option A is the correct option. Next we have question number 10. Set A having these shapes, and then set B test shape having these shapes, all two types of shapes, all are shaded in an addition form. Then we have these rules again, which you can read here. And then we have a correct response is option B, as two pair of shapes both are shaded in an addition form. That's why it's a B, that this test shape belongs to set B. In next question we have these shape of set A, as you can see here. Then we have set B. And this one, the test shape is given and we have to tell that this is related to which set. Again, the same options we have. Set A has four shapes. Embedded shapes are always the same type. When the shapes are north, south, east and west, the N and S having shading. N and S totals four shapes. E and W also totals four shapes. So when the shapes are NE, SE, SW and NW, the NE and SW totals three shapes. NW and SE also totals three shapes. Set B has four shapes. Embedded shapes are always the same type. When the shapes are north, south, east and west, the N and S having shading. N and S totals 5 shapes. E and W also totals 5 shapes. So when the shapes are NE, SE, SW, NW, the NE and SW totals 4 shapes and the NW and SE also totals 4 shapes. So correct response we have C, as the N and S totals 4 and also N and E totals 4. But there is no shading, so the test shape cannot fit either set. That's why we say option C is the correct option. This test shape is related to the neither of the set. Next we have question number 12 with these set of shapes in the set A. And then we have set B. This is the test shape we have. So again we have the same rules for both set A and set B. So the correct response is option B, as N, E and SW totals 4 and also SE and NW totals 4. So the test shape belongs to set B. So that's how we can say correct option is option B. So I'll be back with another video. If you have any confusion, you can ask me in the comment section. If you like our video, don't forget to press the like button. If you wanted to buy any one of the best-selling book or any other daily use product, you can buy it from our website, which link is given below in the description box. So till then, just take care and goodbye.